Gordon Ramsay is one of the most recognizable face of our generation. From his angry outburst on Hell's Kitchen to changing people's life with generous donations, Gordon positioned himself as one of the greatest chefs in history. But how did Gordon manage to become the most popular celebrity chef in the world? Everything started for Gordon when his family moved to London when he was only 9 years old. Gordon often moved as a child because of his father. He described him as a hard-drinking womanizer and said his father would become violent when he was drunk. Gordon would land his first job shortly after arriving in England, working as a pot washer in a local Indian restaurant. At the age of 16, he left his family home to go live in his first apartment in Banbury. Gordon's interest in cooking began in his teenage years, since injuries took away any possibility of him becoming a professional football player. He decided to pay serious attention to his culinary education. At age 19, he would enroll at the North Oxfordshire Technical College to study hotel management. Gordon would land his first job as a chef at the Workston House Hotel, but his sexual relationship with the owner's wife would make the situation understandably difficult. Ramsay then moved to London shortly after, where he worked in a few restaurants before being invited to work with the temperamental chef Marco Pierre White at Harvey's. Not that Harvey's. After working for Marco for almost 3 years, Gordon grew tired of Marco's temper. Tired of the rages and the bullying, Gordon wanted to extend his experience in the kitchen and study French cuisine. Gordon would work at multiple restaurants in France before moving to Paris in 1989 to work with Guy Savoy, the man who Gordon called his mentor. After 3 years of training in Paris, Gordon needed a break from the physical and mental stress of the kitchens. He took a year to work as a private chef on a yacht, where he would travel to Italy and learn about the Italian cuisine. Upon his return to London in 1993, Gordon was offered the position of head chef at the prestigious La Tante Claire restaurant in Chelsea. Shortly thereafter, Marco Pierre White re-entered Gordon's life and offered him a head chef position and a 10% share in the Rossmore, which would be renamed Aubergine. The restaurant would go on to win its first Michelin star a year later, and in 1997, the restaurant would receive its second Michelin star, but trouble was on the horizon. A dispute between Gordon and the owners erupted. Both parties having completely different ideology. Gordon did what he described as the most important decision of his life and quit Aubergine. Ramsay would open his own restaurant in Chelsea, where most of the staff from Aubergine would follow him, making Aubergine close for almost 4 months. In 1999, Gordon got his first documented role in television, with the documentary Boiling Point. With the help of his father-in-law and his colleagues from Aubergine, his restaurant gained its third Michelin star in 2001, making Gordon the first Scot to achieve that feat. After his first restaurant was established, Gordon's empire would expand rapidly. He opened restaurants all around the world, including in Japan, Dubai, and the US. Gordon's popularity would literally explode when he starred in the British show Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares on Channel 4, where he would go to struggling restaurants in order to help the owners. After 5 seasons, Gordon would create the concept of Hell's Kitchen, which aired on ITV1, where he would train 10 British celebrities to be chef in a real restaurant located in East London. Even if Gordon created the show, he would only star in the first season due to a contract he had with Channel 4, which ruled out any possibility for him to appear on future episodes. In May of 2005, the Fox network introduced Gordon to the American audience in a US version of Hell's Kitchen. The show followed a similar premise to the original British series, showcasing Gordon's perfectionism and infamously short temper. The popularity of Gordon would skyrocket in the incoming years, and in 2007, He made the US version of Kitchen's Nightmare, which would run for 7 seasons. On top of that, Gordon never stopped making new seasons for Hell's Kitchen. To this day, the show is still running, and he already signed a contract for the 22nd season, which is supposed to air in 2023. Gordon also became a master at social media in the recent years. From judging people's food on TikTok to appearing in a MrBeast video, he's still by far the most popular chef on the planet. And this is how Gordon went from being an unknown chef in a small local restaurant in Benbury to becoming the most popular chef in the world.